Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time once again. It's time for that podcast heard, well, around a few places, by tens of listeners. It's time for the Department of Understanding Humans, the podcast. That's right, the podcast, featuring your ringmasters for the day, that stupendous, giggle-snorting gal, Friday herself, Rachel Wynn, and now her co-host actually has a name, that cranky clown you love to adore, Kris Meyer. And on with the show!
D.U.H, Department of Understanding Humans, yeah!
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I am exhausted, but we've already discussed that. Aw, I know.
That's all right. Fear not, listeners. Rachel's tired, but I shall carry the show.
Kris will save us all.
That's right. That's what I'm here for. I consider me your Captain America standing against Thanos going, I can do this all day. All right, let's go. Get our show on the road.
You have the shield in the butt?
I got this. I got America's ass. I even got the hammer of Thor. I'm ready to go.
Oh, because you are worthy. You are truly worthy.
I am truly. I am worthy. I wish. Well, I got the bod of Thor right now. The current Thor in the movies, you know, with the pot belly and the dude Lebowski kind of going on.
Oh my God, he did look like the dude. The dude abides.
Did he?
And I think Stark even made a comment during one of their banters. He's like, "Come on, dude," or "Come on, Lebowski." Yeah, that.
Yeah, I called him Lebowski. I thought that was great. Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's been a week.
Still on. It's been a week. We're on the aftermath of King's Landing. They rang the bells. Damn it! They rang the bells.
And she went absolutely nuts, like bloodlust, like crazy.
Yeah, she did. But, you know, and the fans, listen, there's a stupid petition going around to rewrite Season 8. We need competent writers, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you know.
Really? I mean, come on.
I want to tell fans of the show who watched it for 8 years. Season 1, I'm going to get my throne back and take back everything that was taken from me and leave it in rubble. Her dragons are hatched. The dragons are growing. I'm going to march over there and burn everything to the ground. My dragons and I will burn everything to the ground. Every season she says, this is what I'm going to do. And people go, yay! Yay, Danny, yay! And now she does it and people are pissed.
Boo.
They're booing it, okay? What did you think was going to happen?
They've
been setting this up since, okay? And get over it already. It's a show.
It is, and that's it right there. It's a show. It's
a show.
But it almost makes me, because you know how sometimes I go into the human behavior side of things for the show because it is the Department of Understanding Humans. I wonder if, because now I don't know if this is a worldwide petition, and maybe I'm totally overthinking this because I'm tired and I'm still on my first cup of coffee. But it's entirely possible that people are just so out of touch with their own reality and their lives suck so bad and they're so unhappy with the way the world is going that they think that they can dictate a show. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the culture. They think everything can be dictated to their whims because we'll get on the internet and rant about it.
Right. I mean, now don't get me wrong. I know that Empire is canceling after they finish the season, but they have a real good reason to.
Oops.
Not because a bunch of people took to the internet and were like,
well. Yeah, there's a couple of reasons. What the people that thought they could dictate the stars of the show, they thought they could dictate to this.
Yeah.
They kind of forget that now they're owned by the mouse.
Yes, there's that too.
The mouse doesn't play these games of having somebody like
Smollett doing the stuff he did. Yeah, he was honest.
Hi, I'm going to beat myself up.
We're going to tell you what to do. Huh? I don't think so. Cancel. No. Goofy? Julio.
Yeah.
So
Disney owns a lot now.
practically, you can flip the channel, throw a stone, what have you, and Disney owns it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You said it. It's like at the end of the day, there's going to be like one company that's going to own everything.
Oh, it'll by the end of this, I want to say probably in 5 years, there'll be 5 corporations that own everything. And it'll be a conglomeration like the Disney, Chipotle, Exxon Corporation.
I'd like a taco bowl with a side of cotton candy shaped as Mickey's head. Thank you.
Right. Your grocery stores it'll be the Publix Costco Corporation or something by the time it's all said and done with.
Sponsored by Fox, owned by Disney.
Sponsored by Warner Brothers, a division of Disney.
Jeez.
But anyway, kind of moving on from that.
I think we're going to be very shocked. Maybe
I think we'll be shocked
tomorrow night
with the last episode. I did like. Okay, my one complaint: I was disappointed in Clegane Bowl
because they both died.
It ended in a tie. Okay, I get it. It ended in a tie, but I was disappointed just the fact that it ended in a tie.
Even
Did I enjoy the
HBO,
fight? Yes.
Even HBO called it Clegane Bowl.
Clegane Bowl, man. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, they did there's been like little clips on the internet that HBO's been putting up about like behind the scenes stuff. Mm-hmm. And they even said Clegane Bowl, and I was like, oh my god, they talked to Kris. I know you're not the only one that calls it Clegane Bowl.
No, I'm not the only one. I can't claim that.
I like to think that we're in a bubble, and you and I are so on the pulse of things, and we've got an idea of things that nobody else has. So I'm giving you full credit for Clegane Bowl.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But I'm sure the good people at Warner Brothers are not even on the radar here with this. But
right.
That's okay.
Because if they were, some things would be different.
Yes, things would be a lot different. We're not even in their damn hell. We're not even in the freaking galaxy for Warner Brothers. We're not even on the It's like who? What? Anyway, but moving on.
Did somebody fart? No, that was the Duh podcast. That's okay.
That was the Duh podcast. Did you hear a slight belch? Was it gas or was it the podcast? I don't know. Yeah. Anyway.
This fart noise is brought to you by Disney. I'm tired.
Listen,
I'm punchy.
I'll be happy to be on DuckTales. I don't care.
Oh, I'd love to be on DuckTales. That'd be fun. DuckTales. Ooh. Anyway.
So, moving on a little bit. Now we're gonna see the final ending here of 8 years of Game of Thrones Sunday night. But we saw an end to a couple of things, and the end I'm referring to is Tim Conway.
Oh, I know. God, that's so sad.
What a comedic genius.
I loved him.
And one thing you never saw Conway do was he never went full blue. The term blue going foul language. Conway was funny just being himself.
Yes.
My dad and I we kind of bonded over Conway with a couple of things. Like my dad loved the dwarf on golf, where he was the little dwarf doing the golf videos. He loved that because my dad was
sunk into the ground to his knees and stuff.
Hey, hit the bar, dinker, and he would knock himself over. But a couple of the funniest things he ever did was on the Carol Burnett show, where he was the Swedish boss with Carol being his idiot secretary. But the Mama's Family skit where he just went off the rail.
The elephant story. It was historical.
They said that the dwarf trainer and the elephant were lovers. And he just rattling on and just say stuff, and you could watch the cast. Burnett couldn't hold it.
Harvey was gone. He was like,
oh, Harvey was gone. Harvey was just sitting there just trying to keep it together. Vicki Lawrence was just trying her damnedest, and you could tell she was pissed as hell because it was all going to hell in a handbasket, but she was laughing.
Carol Burnett wanted everybody, like I had seen an interview with Vicki Lawrence, and Carol Burnett had done, like, she would pull everybody aside and be like, look, I want you guys to be professional. I know we're going to make people laugh, but I want to be serious about this and make sure that we deliver the jokes well and don't break the fourth wall and
right.
And so apparently they had done 2 tapings that day, and the first one was like at 4 or something like that in the afternoon, and they all got together and they did the skit, and Carol's like burying her face in Vicky's chest like, mama, and trying not to laugh. And so when they did it again, they tried to change it up, and Vicki Lawrence was like, how can he get away with this? How can he make us laugh like this and then we can't get back at him? And her husband, who was a makeup artist, said, get him. And she's like, okay. And so that's where the famous scene comes from, where Carol, playing Eunice, is actually keeping a straight face for the majority of it. Harvey's starting to lose it, and then Tim is going on and on and on and on, and Carol and Eunice looks to Mama and says, like, aren't you going to do something? And that's when Vicki Lawrence turns around and goes, well, is the little shit done talking? And it breaks the entire thing.
Yeah, exactly. That was the asshole done.
That the last hole done. Yeah, that. Is that the last hole done? And it was, and I'm like, I remember that, and it was so, oh my God, and they all lose it, and it is so funny because Carol Burnett was very serious about comedy, and I love saying that because it is such a weird saying. But yeah, Tim Conway, he's brilliant, and in every character he did, he was so immersed. Like the dentist when he was
the dentist. He's numbing himself.
Yes, he's and of course Harvey is losing his mind.
Well, they played against each other so well
all the time, and it was so funny.
Even the silly. There was the Disney Apple Dumpling Gang movies that were hysterical with he and Don Knotts.
That's right.
I didn't realize it too. Conway was on SpongeBob SquarePants.
Was he?
He and Ernest Borgnine. There's a character they make fun of Aquaman called Mermaid Man. Ernest Borgnine was Mermaid Man, and his sidekick was Bubble Boy, and that was Tim Conway.
Oh my gosh!
Okay, and they played off each other. He and Borgnine played off each other really well in the cartoon.
That's hilarious. I never even thought that he would have done voice acting.
Oh, he was good at it.
Oh, I bet he was.
He came out doing these little voices and just was perfect at it.
And he was deadpan sometimes. Like he didn't. I have a hard time cracking myself up, like when I make voices or whatever. But he was completely straight. He would come out and do these voices and do these characters, and he was so immersed in them that he wouldn't break at all.
Yeah, he never broke character, even when he was doing his the whole shtick through the elephant, that whole the trunks were Siamese elephants, and they were just together, and they didn't really go like the normal elephants. They went and you could see the cast losing it. He was a true talent.
Yeah, he was.
And I don't think there's going to be anybody else like him.
No, we're losing some really good people here lately.
We're losing some talented people. We've also said goodbye to a long-running show. The Big Bang Theory is over.
Is it really?
It ended Thursday night.
Oh.
What a well-written goodbye for a show.
Did you see it?
I did. I recorded and I watched it. First off, to give people who haven't seen it, it's on replay and everything else. You can see it, so I'm going to spoil it for you. Sheldon and Amy won the Nobel Prize.
Oh, nice.
Okay, at the end of the show, they won the Nobel Prize for physics. Leonard and Penny are pregnant.
Aww.
Okay, and they find this out on their way to Switzerland, or Sweden, excuse me, where the Nobel Prize is given. On the plane ride, Sheldon thinks that Penny's sick and he's going to infect everybody else. And no, it's just they're pregnant, and they kind of have a scuff up, and Sheldon realizes after all these years just how selfish he is. Oh. And at the end of this, he's accepting the Nobel Prize with Amy, and he's sitting there and he goes, I wouldn't be here without my family. And this was truly great writing. And he's thinking, he's talking about his mother and his father. And he said, but I wouldn't be here without my other family. And he has each of them stand up.
Aww.
Tells their accolades. You know how he always makes fun of Howard being an engineer, just an engineer, he's just nothing. He said, I'd like to thank astronaut Howard Wolowitz for his bravery and everything else. I'd like to thank doctor. And it was such a touching scene, but they go back and they spend time in the apartment again. And all that they're doing is they're eating their takeout. And you just hear the music play of really slow, the Big Bang Theory theme song.
Uh-huh. And
that's how it ends.
That's so sweet.
It was really a good ending to a good show. And people are going, oh, why did they end it? Well, they're getting $1 million an episode.
Yeah, it's getting to be it's getting to
be the point where CBS and Warner are going, we can't pay this. Now, I've heard people go, oh man, what are they going to do afterwards? And I'm not trying to be cynical or rude, but
nothing.
They're getting $10 million a year for residuals and syndication.
Right, they're set for life.
They're going to be okay. Okay, don't worry about Raj. He ain't going to do anything else but sit there and collect that check.
And all of them have other things. I mean, several of them have shows that they do, and they've got cons that they go to. They get paid to go to the cons. You know?
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean...
They'll still make appearances at cons.
Oh, yeah.
Simon Helzberg, who's Wolowitz, he's been in an Academy Award-winning movie, the thing with Meryl Streep, the Florence Foster Jenkins movie. I don't know if you've seen it. It's about a singer from World War II.
No. Oh, right. I did see that. That was actually really fun.
Songwriter. Jim Parsons, he's got a show, a radio show. He's got another thing. What is it? He's got a production company. He's also doing movies now.
Yep, he's doing voiceovers too.
He's doing voiceovers. So is Melissa Rauch. She's doing voiceovers. Jonathan Galicki is in a band. He's touring in a band. And listen, Jonathan Galicki, take the scarves off while you're doing interviews. I don't know what the hell you look. Looks like such a tool with these scarves. Like, I'm so important. I'm Jonathan Galicki. You were the kid off Roseanne. Sorry, I think it's pretentious.
Let him have his pretentious, but I know, and this kind of the pretentious, the word that you just brought up actually brings me back to Tim Conway a little bit. That was another reason why he is such a classic. Is he never stood up and bit the hand that fed him. He was always the working actor. He never would get up like Meryl Streep did and be like, "Without us, you wouldn't have culture." Like, what?
Right.
Whatever. Let's sit down.
And we're also saying goodbye to one more thing. Well, one more icon, let's say. If we can use the term icon. Grumpy Cat, oh Grumpy Cat, you're gone.
Aww.
I know that's I'm being cynical with that, but yes.
But that's
meme.
Ironic because that's what Grumpy Cat was.
Grumpy Cat was.
She was
and I love
She was a tartar sauce. Was her name?
Yes, tartar sauce.
Sweet cat. Angry cat.
The look on the cat's face all the time.
Sweet cat, grumpy cat, little ball of myrrh.
Little ball of myrrh. They've got memes now of Grumpy Cat sitting in like these lovely places in this is heaven. I hate it.
It's really funny to me how a family could post one picture, and it take off into internet meme history, and T-shirts and mugs, and I'm so sure that they've got a huge loss, and I feel for the family because I know what it's like to love our fur babies. But I also know that, excuse me, that at some point, they're probably also very grateful that they don't have to keep putting up pictures of her.
Well, yeah, that too.
Grumpy cat.
Grumpy cat.
Meh. Very grumpy, much meh.
Very, very grumpy. Very grumpy, the grumpy cat. But she will be missed, our grumpy cat, and we'll be missing a few other things this week. And it's also Sunday. It's it.
Sunday.
Done. Game of Thrones.
Sunday. Regardless,
Sunday.
I think on some level, regardless of how it's written and what the story actually unfolds, the fact that it's the end immediately weighs it down with emotion. And I think that's part of one of the reasons why people are freaking out so bad is because they're not getting that, they're emotionally attached to this show and the characters and everything. And so that they're not coping well with the way things are turning out. And do you have predictions? Do we want to talk predictions?
Okay, I'm gonna say Jon's gonna kill Daenerys. Okay, now there's been spoilers out there. There's people that have shown pictures that are spoilers. But I have news for you people saying this. Oh, this is what's going to happen, the spoilers. They have filmed 5 different endings to throw people off.
Have they really?
They have. They have filmed. They've announced this, that there's 5 different endings. You don't know which one we're going to go with. Because they were getting sick of people putting up spoilers on YouTube for the season. All these spoilers that people have been watching and been telling me and showing, none of it is how season 8 went. None of it. There was some spoiler that was out there. It was like, oh yeah, the second episode, Jaime dies, Podrick dies, da-da-da. They said all these people die, and the only people that are left are like Arya and Jon and so forth. That didn't happen at all. Didn't happen. So all the people that, we have all these leaked spoilers, they gave you information to put on the internet so you wouldn't expect what you were expecting on the show. Which
works. It works. It really works. I wonder. I wonder. Okay, so I actually kind of teared up when they killed Varys. And I
did too,
because he stayed true to his character all the way up until the end, and then the moment with Tyrion touching him and him looking down like, oh my God, somebody's touching me, that was kind of a big deal. And when when Drogon appears out of the black and roasts him, I'm just kind of like, oh, he kind of had that coming, but oh God, that just sucked. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
The flip of the switch for Dany. I mean, we saw it coming. Anybody who doesn't say otherwise wasn't paying attention. We saw this coming. And I think that's probably why some people are disappointed, is because it was so like, oh yeah, she's going to flip. I was kind of hoping she wouldn't. They rang the bell. And I literally gasped audibly. They rang the bell, and then she takes off flying. I'm like, please tell me she's just going for the tower. She's just going for the tower. Oh my God, she's roasting the town. Like, jeez. So I don't know. I think I know Arya is she's on her list now. But I don't think Arya's going to get it for twice in one season.
No. What I was hoping for when the bell rang was like you. She was just going to go for the tower. But I knew she wasn't going to stop with the bell ringing for one reason. Jon, I think this is what sent her over the edge. Everybody dying from her, like Jorah, her people, her dragons, and then Missandei. Okay, by the way, if you have seen the meme, it cracks me up. I know it's a meme, but we're going off the topic here. But it's Grey Worm turning away, and he goes, "Me Sunday," and it's somebody that's throwing ice cream on the ground that's melting.
Oh God!
Me Sunday.
Me Sunday.
So anyway, we're going forward. where the scene where Jon and Daenerys are in the room, and she's just being tender to him, and I love you, Jon. Jon, love me. Just let it go back to the way it was. I can be loved. And Jon's like, I love you, but you're my aunt. We can't do this.
Do you think that's what that was with him rejecting her like that?
I think it can't. Well, I think it's a lot of things, but I think that also has to do with it. That he's going to follow her no matter what. But she rears back and then goes, "Fine, let it be fear." That moment, I said, "Oh shit, there's no turning back now."
See, and I saw, so there was speaking of memes, because I love when people do this stuff, there was a meme that was like, it was Arya, give a girl some love, she saves the world, right? Deny a girl some love, she burns it to the ground. Yeah. And it was Arya and Dany, and then the White King, or the Night King, and then the thing. The other one that I saw that was really funny was it was a 3-panel meme, and the first one was Jon, and it was like I got 99 problems and bitches aren't one of them, right? And then it was the second panel was King's Landing burning to the ground, and then the third panel was him with that shocked face, and it was like 100 problems. I've got 100 problems now.
I've got 100 problems now. I still like the fact that the pervy pirate, Euron Greyjoy, got shanked by Jaime. Now,
that was a good fight. That was a good fight.
He got some shots in on Jaime, but, boy, that's it. He's like, I'm the man that killed Jaime Lannister. Really? Mm-hmm. You didn't kill Jaime. A rock killed Jaime. Thank you very much. You kind of stabbed him a little bit.
I know a lot of people are complaining about how Cersei died, because they wanted it more epic and poetic and
epic and poetic and dramatic, but
blah blah blah. But I honestly think being crushed under her own building was somewhat poetic. She brought it on herself.
So too. Everything came crumbling down.
Yes, everything. She put too much weight on, the tower will never fall, blah blah blah, we are the Lannisters, we are the best, etc., elite, entitlement, see where I'm going here, and crashed.
Yep. I still like that Qyburn also bought it too, because Qyburn's a dick,
and he bought it in a very slimy way too. He went out kind of justified.
Because, Qyburn, I love the character because he's smart, he's clever, and he's a perfect foil for a lot of stuff. But the best was, you will listen to your queen. I created you. I made you. Oops.
Frankenmountain.
Frankenmountain. I was just about to say that. It's almost like Frankenstein's monster rejecting the creator.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Poor Mountain.
Poor Mountain, my ass.
Dude, he and the Hound, they really beat the hell out of each other.
And he almost crushed the Hound's skull.
Yeah. Goodness. But I'm glad he got him in the end. I'm glad he got
him in the end.
The Cersei scooting by them? What the hell was that?
She was just like, okay, I'm out.
Okay, you guys are totally focused on each other right now. I'm gonna go.
I'm just gonna go.
But I mean, really? Like, the Hound could have just, I was about to say the dog. That's funny. The Hound could have just reached out and, like, snuffed her out right there. But he was so focused on his brother. These siblings. Goodness.
Oh, what can you do? What can you do?
Die, apparently. Burn and fall and die. Oh, man. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting night tomorrow night. Hopefully, the world won't riot. Maybe Tyrion will end up on the throne.
That's not you laugh at that, but that's not a far-fetched thing.
Well, so apparently, and this was something that people kind of might have missed, Varys was trying, at the beginning of the episode, Varys was trying to poison Dany. Apparently.
Oh.
That's why he was asking his little bird if she had eaten, and then said, "We'll try again at dinner." So maybe Jon will kill her, maybe Arya will kill her, but I can't imagine that I mean, Jon is able to get close enough to her, I'm sure, to be able to do something, but what about the dragon? If Dany is killed, will the dragon listen to Jon? Will the dragon go rogue and just kill everybody? They can't kill him. It's like, he's a little bit too OP for everybody at this point. So
we don't know what's going to happen. We have no idea.
I mean, and that's kind of what I'm waiting to see. I'm also very curious about how I get that the people are going to be scared. Excuse me. that people are going to be out of fear. They're going to, whoever's left, but she's basically the Queen of Ashes right now. And but at the same time, there were notes that Varys was sending off about who Jon was, that those got out before his death. He sent those. So is it possible that the lords of Westeros are going to come back? And, there's you know what I mean? Like, there's going to be a coup of some kind.
Who knows?
I'm so like,
I think he did send enough messages out before he died. But, by Raven, it's going to take a little bit to get to people. True.
And I thought it was very interesting to watch the Golden Company just be absolutely useless. I mean, they didn't even...
I kind of thought that was funny. They came out, and somebody put a great example up. It's like free internet security or free computer antivirus software.
That's horrible.
I mean, that's exactly how it is. The Golden Company, these great mercenaries. And I was expecting more from the Golden Company, But
I really was. They didn't even fight. It's because they didn't have the elephants. It's all because they didn't have the elephants.
They didn't have the elephants. But Cersei's going to emerge from the rubble with 3 elephants sitting on her shoulder. All naked and crumbly, with 3 little Dumbos.
I'm uncrushed. You're unburnt. I'm uncrushed.
Uncrushed.
I am Cersei, first of my name, the uncrushed.
The uncrushed. Mother of pachyderms.
Lover of wine.
Lover of wine. Protector of my children. Shit, I don't have any more children to protect. Fuck it all. You left Tim Conway Siamese elephants with trunks, born together.
Oh, shit.
It's all coming together. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Breathe, Rachel, breathe.
I just see it. I can see it that way.
I said that little dwarf and that elephant were lovers. Then during the act, they had a monkey that came out and did the merengue.
Oh my god. She'll come back all like zombified and carrying a golden hand and be like, "This is for my love." My tribute. God.
She's all about that golden hand, I'll tell you. Probably why she wanted an elephant so bad. Oh!
Oh!
Yikes!
God, you went there.
We went there. You opened the door. I just kicked it all the way.
That's what she said. Oh my god!
Oh.
And on some level, the prophecy was filled of the younger sibling killing her.
Yep.
Because in essence, Tyrion killed Cersei.
Yeah, you're right.
Because it was his idea.
Right. You will die with your younger siblings' hands at your throat. But, on the other side of that, Jamie's hands were at her neck, holding her.
That's true. This is true. So yes, but still the prophecy was fulfilled.
The prophecy has been fulfilled. Who?
So saith the podcast. Oh.
Yes. Jazz hand. Anyway. You know what I'm talking about. You know medieval Funtime Lands. Like, you get that. Jazz hand. You get that reference. Anyway.
Oh, God.
Well, I think that's all I got.
I got nothing.
I think that's a podcast.
That's a podcast. I got nothing. Oh,
tune in next week when we hear Cersei Lannister say, not a damn thing, because she's dead.
She's dead. God. We'll see you guys Tuesday morning. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us here at the Department of Understanding Humans, also known as DUH. Just remember, this is our circus. These are our monkeys. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and other social media outlets. You can find all of our podcasting streams and feeds at our website at www.dawebsite.com. That's D.U.H website.com. Thanks again for joining us, and have a great day.